Need a foil Gaia's Cradle to finish blinging out your favorite green commander deck? Well, you may be in luck, because Game Night in Columbia, Tennessee is holding their pool priority CEDH tournament on July 12th. First place takes home a Judge Promo Cradle, and second through fourth will receive a Volcanic Island. This is a gold top deck event, as well as part of the Land Go Summer Circuit.
Welcome back to Double Sleeved MTG. I'm Ryder, and today we got a spicy gameplay for you. Before we get to the actual video, though, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy this kind of content, drop a like onto it and subscribe and notifications turned on. It really helps out the channel. We also want to remind you that we are going to be featured creators at the Steel City Spectacular coming up between August 14th and the 17th, and in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Come meet myself, Seth, Guy, and Taylor, and come get some games with us. We're dying to meet you. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the gameplay and the opening hands. I'll see you there. In C1, we have Nate playing Marneus Calgar. He kept an opening hand of Godless Shrine, Tundra, Lotus Petal, Into the Floodmaw, Cyclonic Rift, Orcish Bowmaster, and bottomed a mystery card. Seat 2 was myself playing Tymna Thrasios. I kept a hand of Hedgemaze, Mox Amber, Lotho, Kinnan, Smothering Tithe, and I put back in a mulligan, Mockingbird, and a Valley Footcaller. Seat 3 is a teen, and he was playing Animar. He kept a hand of Verdant Catacomb, Island, Gemstone Cavern, Land of War Elves, Eternal Witness, Nocturne Revival, and Aristic Study. And seat 4 is Seth playing Terra. He kept an opening hand of Wooded Foothills, Tropical Island, Lotus Petal, Fellwar Stone, Lotho, and Thassa's Oracle, and put back a mystery card.
Does anybody have any pre-games today?
I have a pregame. Gemstone Cavern, I'll get rid of this Noctis Revival.
Draw for turn. I'm going to play this Windswept Teeth, and I will play a Lotus Petal, and I will pass the turn.
Go to my turn. Draw for turn. I will play a Hedgemage tapped, trigger my Cervelle. I'll keep that on top. And I will play a Mox Amber, and I'll pass turn after that.
I will draw. I'll play a Verdant Catacombs. I'll pay a green for a Land of War Elves, and I will pass.
Upkeep. I will draw. I will put this Wooded Foothill onto the battlefield. I will go to fetch. I'm going to go get this here Badlands. Put a Lotus Petal onto the battlefield for a black. Tap this for a white, and I'll put a Lotho onto the battlefield. I will pass the turn after that.
On your end step, I would like to fetch. I'm going to go find a Meticulous Archive, a quick shuffle in, and then I'll have a Surveil trigger. Put this Swan Song into the graveyard. Untaps, and draw. I will play this Tundra for turn. I will pass.
Go to my turn. Untap, upkeep, and draw. Play a Savannah as my land for turn. And I will go ahead and play a Kinnan. Then I think I'll just go ahead and pass my turn.
And return, I'm gonna crack this Verdant. I'm gonna go get a Commercial District. Get a Surveil trigger. I'm gonna put this Mox Amber into the graveyard. Go to my turn. I'm gonna untap. Keep draw. Island. Just gonna pay 3 for this Animar. And if that's good, I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep. I'll draw. I'll play this Tropical Island. Cast this Chrome Mox. I will exile this Mystical Tutor. I'll tap these two for a Fellwar Stone. Trigger Lotho. I will make this Treasure, and I will cast Terra. Terra ETB trigger. I will mill 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I will pass the turn.
Draw for turn. I am going to play this Exotic Orchard as my land for turn, and I would like to cast Monologue Tax, and I will pass the turn.
Untap and draw. Tap for 4, and I'll cast a Smothering Tithe. Pass my turn.
Untap. Draw.
And do you want to pay the 2?
Yeah, I'll pay the 2. Attempt to cast this Soulless Jailer, triggering Animar. I will just pass.
Untap. I will go to draw.
How responsible do you want to be, Seth?
Let me have my treasures.
I will be responsible. Okay, I will proceed to my main phase. I'm going to cast a Mystic Remora. Hey, Ryder, you want to trade a Kinnan?
I might.
All right, I'll swing a Terra at you.
I'm taking the 4.
After that, I'll pass.
Untaps, and I will draw for turn.
Tithe.
You've got it, bud.
Oh!
I'll break it. He gets money.
Irresponsible. Your government appreciates your contribution.
I'm gonna take 2 and shock this Godless Shrine. I will crack this Lotus Petal. I'd like to cast Marneus Calgar. I will pass.
Draw for turn. Play a Thrasios. And I will move to my end step.
Untap. Keep draw.
Do you want to pay this Mothering Tithe
No, I'm not going to pay for it. So I'm going to pay 3 for a Ristic Study.
Trigger Mystic Remora
I'm not paying.
I will draw.
on your draw.
Yeah, you got it, bud.
If that's good, then I will pass.
I will untap. Upkeep. I will pay the fish trigger. I will draw.
Trigger Tithe.
You got it. I'm gonna put a mana vault, and I will pay the 1 for Ristic Study. After that, I will pass the turn.
On taps. And I will draw for turn.
Trigger Tithe.
I'll pay 2. I'm gonna shock a Hallowed Fountain. Alright, I'm gonna come at you with a 3/5 with double strike.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 6.
I will pass the turn.
I will put a activation on the stack of Thrasios.
Sure, I will respond to the Thrasios activation. I would like to attempt to cast an Orcish Bowmaster. Ristic Study. Oh, you can draw ATN if you would like.
Yeah, I think I'll draw here.
Tithe.
Yeah, you got Tithe.
I will put 1 on the Kinnan.
So I will respond to that. Cast a Deadly Rollick.
There's also a Marneus trigger buried under the ETB. We have to let the ETB resolve though.
Go to 6. I'll float 6, and I'll pay for both. I'll have 1 blue floating.
Oh, you'll pay for the Remora and the Ristic?
1 blue floating.
Yeah, this is gonna resolve. Are we good to let the Marneus trigger resolve?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's draw.
All right, and then we have a ping on Kinnan still, so 1 damage marked. And now I have a Thrasios trigger.
Did you pay for the Smothering Tide for the Marneus?
I can't.
Okay, and scry 1. I will bottom that. Voice of victory to the hand. Crack the 2 treasures again, and I will put another activation on the stack. Ancient Tomb. And go to my turn. Draw. Land return will be a Marsh Flats, and I'll go ahead and fetch. All right, I'm going to get this Underground Sea. A white and black for a Lotho.
Trigger Ristic.
Take 2 and pay for it. Tap for white.
Trigger 2 Lothos and a monologue text and a Ristic Study.
I will pay for Ristic.
Cool. So I think monologue text will resolve the stack first here. So I'll create a treasure token. From there, I will have a Marneus trigger. I will draw.
And I have a trigger on my Smothering Tithe.
I'm not paying.
Okay. And then I'll Seth's Lotho. And then my treasure. Yeah, voice back on the stack. Pass my turn after that.
Then my turn. I will untap, draw.
Smothering Tithe.
Think I will cast this face down as a morph, trigger Animar. Full swing at Ryder with the Animar, and then I will pass after that.
Untap. Upkeep trigger. I will pay the 2 for my Mystic Remora. And yes, Ryder, you can have your Smothering Tithe. I will draw my card.
Yay!
I'll do a Mox Opal. I will pay the 1. I'm gonna go to combat. Hey, Ryder, take 4.
Attacking me.
You have a voice. You are terrifying on the board. I know. Nate's
Go to
terrifying.
19.
Hey, you could block the Terra.
I don't want to.
Untaps, and I will draw for my turn.
Trigger.
We'll pay. City Brass is my land for turn. Cast a Mana Vault.
Trigger.
Seth, you're gonna get your trigger.
I will draw.
And now I have a trigger. I'm going to get that treasure.
ATN, you can draw.
Smothering Tithe trigger again.
You can get it. You got it.
Cool. I'm gonna go to combat. Beep beep. Rider 6.
Yeah, I'm going to walk with his Lotho.
I'd like to attempt to cast into the Floodmaw, targeting the voice. Lotho, Mystic, Ristic. Yeah, you guys are getting all of your triggers.
I will be drawing.
Are you paying 2?
Yeah, you get your Smothering Tithe.
I will draw. You can get your Smothering Tithe.
Feels so bad. Alright, back to Floodmaw.
The voice is back in my hand.
Pass the turn.
Put a Thrasios activation on the stack. I will bottom this. A Fairy Mastermind. Put it in my hand. I'll put another one on the stack. Exotic Orchard on the battlefield. And put another one on the stack. I will get that. All right, go to my turn.
Stop on your upkeep, please.
Upkeep.
I'd like to attempt to silence on your upkeep.
Mystic Remora.
Ristic.
You guys are drawing.
I will pay this time for the Smothering Tithe.
I will draw for Ristic, and I will not be paying.
I am going to respond here, so I will board for 2.
Mystic and Ristic.
I will allow you both to draw. And then, Seth, you paying?
I will not pay.
I won't draw. Exile this Slither Muse to Force of Negation.
Mystic Remora.
Not paying.
I will draw on the Mystic Remora.
And treasure. I will go to 3, and I'm going to flash in a Mastermind.
That's gonna hit Monologue Tax and Ristic Study. And Lotho.
I'll pay for the Ristic.
Monologue Tax will be first. I will make a treasure token. And then I have a Marneus trigger. I'll draw from the Marneus trigger. Tithe, you're gonna get it, Ryder.
My Lotho. I go to.
We're back to Fairy.
I'm gonna pass on it.
Sadly, I have to pass on it.
2 like this, I need to take 1. I'm gonna attempt to Baby Rift the Tithe.
Mystic.
And Ristic.
You guys are both drawing.
As Lotho as well.
Yep.
Draw.
And are you paying for it or no?
I am not paying for that one.
Okay, and then over to Risk Study,
I will draw.
and then I have a tithe.
Yep, you're good with ties.
I will go to 4 and activate Thrasios. I will reveal this Fierce Guardianship. Cast a Fierce Guardianship, and I will tap 2 and float 1 colorless, and I'll pay 4 Ristic.
What about my Mystic?
You can draw. Fierce is going to be targeting the Cyclonic Rift.
Yes, I did draw. You got it.
I'm gonna cast a trap.
So it's Mystic, Lotho, and Monologue tax. So Monologue tax, I would get the treasure. Marneus trigger. We'll draw from Marneus.
Are you paying?
No.
Lotho trigger, go to 33. I will also have a Mystic Remora. Draw.
I have a treasure.
So Mind Break is gonna miss the silence. It's gonna miss the Cyclonic Rift.
So I will go to 5, and I will activate Thrasios. I'll put that on the bottom. Reveal Arcane Signet. Go to 3 and activate. I will draw that card. Flush the Storm. I will cast Flush the Storm.
Mystic Remora.
Got it, buddy. I will use the colorless mana I have floating to pay for Ristic. And Storm 7, so I have 8 copies of Fluster Storm. We'll go 4 on my Break Trap, 3 on negation. 4 or 4.
I'm gonna tap for 2 using 2 of my treasures. I'm gonna cast a Brain Freeze. All 9 of them are going to Ryder.
I've got a Ristic trigger.
I will pay the 1.
So I'm at mill 27. All right, so notable stuff that's in here: Basalt, Grand Abolisher, Demonic Tutor, Vamp Tutor, Force Negation, Eldritch Evolution, Born Upon the Wind, Demonic Con, Crop Rot, and Veil Summer. Okay, so Flush Storm back on the stack.
Pact of Negation targeting the cord. Got a trigger on
Remora. I will draw for my Remora.
Are you paying?
I will not.
All right, I guess I'm going to respond. Spin. Soul Ring to hand. That can resolve the Pact of Negation. All right, so Fluster Storm back on the stack, countering both the Force Negation and the Mind Break Trap.
It's Fierce on Baby Rift, right?
Correct.
I will Deflecting Swat the Fierce to Deflecting Swat.
Ristic and Monologue tax.
Yes. That is my second spell. I have a Lotho as well.
It's tax first, so I have to make a treasure and then Marneus trigger. It is a force draw here, unfortunately.
All right, and I will make a treasure.
I will resolve my Lotho and Ristic Study you can draw.
I will draw, and you can get a treasure.
Deflecting Spot on the stack. I will spin Thrasios. I don't bottom. Mana Confluence. I will spin Thrasios. Wishclaw Talisman. Deflecting Pot.
Back to Baby Rift on your tithe.
Yep.
And then Mastermind, we have a silence at the bottom of the stack.
Pass turn.
Did you draw for turn?
Oh, that was a mere upkeep.
That was Terra-rizing.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, yeah, I draw for turn. Now I'm gonna pass. I gotta discard a card. Discard a Monk's Diamond.
I'm going to untap, pay 2, and I'm gonna flip this morph over. It's a Rattleclaw Mystic. When I flip it over, I make Teamer mana. That's gonna be 3 or 5 for my Pact, and then I'm gonna draw for turn. We'll play a Yavimaya Coast for turn. Green, green, I'll lose 1. Eternal Witness, trigger Animar. Eternal Witness ETB, I will get back Mind Break Trap. Pay a green, and I will cast a Fauna Shaman. Trigger Animar.
Trigger Monologue tax Lotho.
Those are both good.
Cool. So Monologue will go first. I'll make treasure and I will draw.
Make a 4th treasure.
Fauna Shaman's good. I will go to combat. I'll swing a Rider.
13.
I'll pass.
Untap. Mystic Remora. I'll pay the 3. Draw. I will put this Arid Mesa onto the battlefield. Tinderwall.
Ristic.
You can draw. Go to cleanup. I will discard 3 lands. I'll pass.
Untaps. Draw for turn. I'm gonna play an Ancient Tomb. I will play an Esper Sentinel. I'll pay on the Ristic here. And I'm going to attempt to cast Lively Dirge with both spree modes selected.
Lotho and Ristic and Mystic.
I will pay the Ristic. Seth, you're drawing.
Draw, and I'll make my treasure for Lotho.
There is a Soulless Jailer on the battlefield.
Why would you announce that?
Oh, he already paid the 5, but that's
I did
fine.
pay the 5. I did just punt.
Punt city. Punt city.
Yeah, that was a punt city moment. I'm gonna put a Soul Trader in the bin, and then it's gonna bounce off the ether when it tries to come out. We'll go Ryder. That'll be 7.
I'll go to 6.
I'll pass the turn.
Draw for turn. You will float a blue. Cast a Voice of Victory.
A trigger Ristic.
I'll take 2 and float a colorless and pay for it.
I'm going to use the blue from the Felwar Stone and 1 of the colorless to cast a Born Upon a Wind.
There's an Esper and a Ristic on Born.
I cannot pay for both.
I will draw.
I will draw.
Back to Born. I'll take 3 here. I'll just flash an Oppo now.
Trigger Ristic.
You can draw, Etienne.
That's your second draw, so I'm going to draw a card.
Ryder. I'm gonna respond. I have my own.
Lotho.
Lotho and ATN's Ristic. ATN you can draw on Ristic. Cool. Ryder draw. Now my mastermind. I will draw.
I will draw again because it's your second draw.
Born resolves. I draw a card. I will use one of the colorless. I'm going to crack this and make 2 red. 1 blue, using a colorless, and 2 red. I will cast a Mockingbird.
Lotho, Ristic Study, and Monologue Tax. Cool. I will make a mana and I will have a Marneus trigger. I will draw a card to the Ristic Study.
I will use the colorless to pay the Ristic. Mockingbird coming in as a copy of Terra. I'll keep the real Terra, but my Mockingbird will die. But I have an ETB trigger on the Terra. So mill 5, I'm going to cast a Cabal Ritual. You can draw the Ristic. 5 black, 2 green, 2 blue, 2 red. I'm going to cast Culling Ritual.
I'll cast a Mind Break Trap. Notably, it is also going to be targeting the Voice of Victory.
We have Mystic, Esper here.
Yeah, I'm not. I can't pay for it.
So I will draw here.
Mystic.
Can't pay.
So then we have 2 Mastermind triggers.
I'm good to resolve the Mind Break.
It's clear. Tap a green and a colorless. Cast a Devoted Druid. I'll use my blue to pay for the Ristic.
Okay, Lotho.
So Monologue trigger. May I draw?
So yes,
Pass the Devoted Druid.
go to combat.
Before you go to combat, put a Thassa's Oracle on stack. Pay the Ristic.
I'll respond to that. I'll flash in a Swift Recon paying for Ristic.
Mystic Grimoire.
Yeah, you got it.
Mental Misstep.
I have a Esper on your Swift Recon, Ryder. You have not cast a non-creature this turn.
Oh, you're right. I have not. Yep.
And I will pay the 1 red for the Ristic.
Mental Misstep resolves.
Thassa's Oracle ETB. A whole priority. Demonic Consultation on the stack. I will pay the 1. I will name Fiddlethip.
You're not playing Fiddlethip?
What a spicy game. I told you. It was fun to watch. We did have some missed triggers with Seth. He did resolve his Lotho trigger, but only after the initial Terra trigger. So that was missed. However, we just gave it to him. He also flowed 2 additional red mana before the Culling Ritual. After doing some math, it all worked out because of a couple of missed Ristic Study triggers. The treasure and the 1 black mana he had remaining, he still would have been able to pay for the Ristic Studies. But guys, we definitely appreciate y'all for watching this whole gameplay. If you want to get some games with us, you can join our Discord. The link will be down below. And of course, come check us out in Pennsylvania, where we're gonna have a whole booth set up for people to play with. We'll see you next week, guys. Thank you for watching.